how boring it is. And
Yeah.
I was like, it was so boring.
So
I,
no
I was
love
on this,
school.
I
I
was on the
got you.
softball team and everything else
Yeah.
for the law office and whatnot. And they were really nice.
Yeah.
And it was just like talking to the lawyer guys, and the
Yeah.
secretaries wouldn't talk to you, whatever it is. You were just like the male person, whatever.
Yeah.
And excuse me, I just thought of like, this is the most boring job in the world. And that's when I ran into a friend who was a lifeguard on the beach. And so
Yeah.
I had a job in the summer at clerking at this law. I had my terrible tie and my suit jacket on and my like baggy jeans, whatever I had. And that was my job, was citing cases, pulling cases, cleaning the law library, pulling the books out, whatever it is, sending them
Yeah.
over to the law office. Basically I was like a gopher,
Right.
to them. But they're like, oh, this is how you learn.
Yeah.
And then they would have their softball game like every Friday night or whatever it
Hmm.
is at Eisenhower Park. And the guys would have their beers or whatever it is and stuff like that. And I was like, my God, this is so boring. And these guys were all non-athletes. They were all non-athletes at all,
Yeah.
basically running to the base was like them, just crawling. And I'm like,
Right.
dude, aren't you guys going to play? They're like, oh, I'm not done with my beer yet, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
this is the most boring thing. And I'm like, is this their lives? I'm like, oh, and that's all they did when they pulled you aside. They were like, oh, dude, my wife, I can't stand her or whatever.
Oh my
You're like,
gosh.
I can't. You're just like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Yeah.
So
I don't
that's
want
when
this
I
life.
exactly. And that's when I ran into a lifeguard friend of mine. He said you should try out and be a lifeguard, for the
So
summer.
so you're a lifeguard for 16 years.
Yes.